can't recall the intensity of this week from externally on this club for a long time. How do you handle the focus and the pressure that's upon you?
So the beauty is we played last Friday, so that seems an eternity ago. We're just looking forward to playing tomorrow night because it's been a long week. We've been able to deal with it on the front end and really focus on tomorrow's game.
So where specifically do you have to be better? Is there one area of the game or is there a lot of areas of the game?
Like the simple answer to that is make some shots because I feel like our defense is doing a great job in holding teams to scores that are winnable scores from a defensive side of things. But in saying that, like to be better defensively, rebounding could be at a better level to erase some of those mistakes. And right now we just got to learn to win ugly. We've got to find a way to win a game.
It feels like the crowd clearly don't think your team is living up to their expectations. What do you do to get those, to bring the fans back on side and get your team playing to the level that the supporters expect?
Win a game.
Just win a game? It doesn't have to be pretty?
No, we need to win a game.
Last year you made quite a few probably big changes, at that most, so like Mitch Norton, for example, mentioned him. Are you looking at doing any sort of big changes similar to that? Jordan Usher, do you think that would kind of help starting long and bringing him onto the court?
Look, in a week like this, and as we're trying to find a rhythm and a groove, like we got to look at all options. Changing is the easiest way to go about it. Now, we're just not playing good as a group. So to feel like we need to make wholesale changes, I'm not about that because you got to have some level of consistency. And I can't say it anymore. We're just not playing good at this point of the season.
The CEO, Craig Hutchison, backed you in as
Yep.
coach. What did that mean to you? Have you felt like you were fighting for your job?
No, if I have that mentality, I'm not going to be the best version of myself. So it's great to get the support, and Hutchie and I had a phone conversation. But if I go into that, it's like when players aren't playing well and they're worried about what the right thing and the wrong, they're never going to be a great player. So if I worry about that, I'm not going to be able to help the team get out of this situation.
Did it help getting that phone call from Hutchie though, just in terms of, I suppose as a player, like you said, they kind of have those nerves and stresses. Is it nice to get a phone call from Hutchie to kind of go, all right, I can just focus on what it is that I have to do as coach?
Yeah, anytime you hear from your boss, it's always good. Well, even when you're screwing up, because if you're screwing up, you can get on the right path and move forward to be better. So it certainly helps.
You said the team, you're not playing well as a team.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you have to do to get the team as a unit to function?
Yeah, that's a great question in the fact that you need your best players playing well. Like you don't look to the janitor to fix your business up. So we got to get our best players playing at a higher level. So our practice this week, we've been putting different combinations to try and get a rhythm. Now, how that looks tomorrow night, I don't know, but I feel like we're trending in the right direction.
I want to talk about the amount of talent you have on this roster, the challenge of getting all of that talent, the amount of minutes that they all want, and the amount of shots they all want. Is that a difficult part of coaching this group at the moment, having 15 guys and a lot of them are high-end talent who want their opportunities?
Well, right now you would say our team is not talented because we're lost 4 in a row. So everyone has to be in a fight type of mentality. And as I said, like no one is happy with the way they're playing. So my job is to try and harness, embrace, bring the ultimate confidence with our group so we get to that. I'm not about making wholesale changes or flipping the script because when you have players that are successful for a long period of time, it's there, it's valid. So we just have to find a way to get our best players playing at a high level, and then everyone will breathe and feel a whole lot better about themselves.
Do you feel that you've got a lot of players who want to be the man, so to speak, the key players who have the most shots or have big roles?
No, not at all. What I would say is, although there's this challenging week, like our playing group and our coaching staff, like we're disappointed with our results. But where we are as a group, we are good to go.
When you pair it back and trying to find that rhythm, particularly on the offense, are you happy with the plays that they're running? Is it purely just execution at the end of it, or are you finding that the plays that are running maybe not really getting that right 100% of the time?
Well, look, yeah, without like getting in the complexity of it all, like we're shooting like 52% on layups, which at our level, like that should be in the 60s. And we're losing games by a couple possessions here and there. So that's where I'm not about rearranging the furniture and losing my mind, because all of a sudden we fix up a simple thing like making some layups or making some open shots, and then we're not having these conversations and questions. So I have faith and trust in our players moving forward. Like Bryce Cotton, who in this room would have ever thought he would be performing at the level? But he's got a lot of validity behind it, years, decades. So why do I need to panic? Keanu Pinder, like the way he's finishing around the rim, like it can be at a better level, you know. So we're close, but we can't find a win. So that's where I come back to. We just need to find a way to win, and then our confidence will blossom from there.
36ers, where do you see their season at? Obviously they got Woodard
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah, look, they brought in DJ, who's been a great addition, some nice firepower. The guy that probably flies under the radar with how well he's playing is Isaac Humphries. He's last couple of years, he's been impacted by injury a little bit. When this season, like he's just moving at a very high level. So even in the game that we beat them, he was very efficient in that game. So for us to, you know, challenge his efficiency will be a huge challenge, for a task for us.
You look at someone like DJ, Jordan Knox actually came in here saying he wanted to be the best defensive player and take on the opposition's best player. Is that the challenge you can set to him to say, well, DJ loves to just score buckets, can you go and just, okay, what you score, stop him?
Yeah, and that look, whoever has that opportunity to defend him, like that's the challenge for them, is to be disruptive, or as disruptive as they possibly can, and taking away those like game-breaking shots that he's capable of making. You know, rewinding our game last time, like he just got 2 wide-open, uncontested threes that didn't help our cause. So eliminating those, and like when we're in transition, that's just not on one guy. That's a team effort and a team mentality.
We're in the Indigenous
Yeah.
year. You had Kanu's mum actually today. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, so we did, yesterday we did like an Indigenous workshop with Keanu's mother, Tracy, and then one of her close friends, Colleen, and it was very insightful about like the history and the things that the Indigenous people have had to deal with and so forth. So the whole organization was a part of it. So it was just a great workshop and educational, and you know, one of those things when we're in this battle that we're in this week, to take our mind off or be appreciative and think about other things that have gone on is very good.
You get a guest speaker come in and they are relatively fairly.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a normal guest speaker, it was personal. Was it touching to hear a personal story as opposed to just something you don't really know?
I think the attention from the minute it starts is there, because there's like a respect and there's a connection. But what I would say is the club, since I've been here, the way we approach the Indigenous round, I think we do a great job with that. Rosie Payne, who designed this, the jerseys that the guys will wear, will be at the game. You know, so like we really want to make sure we appreciate what this round's all about. Now, having Keanu just puts a little bit more icing on the cake, but it shouldn't, like, just having an Indigenous person on our roster shouldn't dictate how we look at this round.
Left here at Rogue, the fire in Kings Park, you obviously live nearby. Were you home? Did it frighten you at all?
A bit of smoke's not frightening me right now. No, like, yeah, it was, I actually wasn't around at the time, but yeah, just one of those disappointing things that happen in your neighbourhood.
Did you have family at home who maybe had to evacuate, or neighbours that said anything about it?
No, like, look, I caught the very start of it, and I was actually worried that one of the apartment complexes was going to be affected, but I guess it was on Jacob's Ladder or around Jacob's Ladder Park, so it caused quite a commotion in the neighbourhood.
Is it concerning that someone's lighting fires so close to your home?
No.
Thank you. I had to ask.
We covered